Okay, so lots of talk at the moment about algal blooms, and as ever with these things, if you just believed everything you see on the media and that, you'd assume that the whole river is just a pea soup, horrible green colour. It's not the case. Basically what you have is you have the upper river, we have zero algal bloom. Middle river we have a bit, bottom of the river we have loads. Now, the scientists tell us that that is because this aquatic organism, basically caused by pollutants and high phosphate levels, basically the cells split as it goes down the river, so you get it worsening effect at the bottom of the river, and up here hardly any. So that's what they say. Now, it could be that, could be also that we do get this build-up of sludge on the bottom at this time of year, and whether that sediment picks up and the further down river it goes. You've also got the middle river where it's deeper and slower, more chance for this sort of stuff to gather up and then pick up in the flow and just pick up as it goes, and by the time it gets to the bottom of the river, obviously the river is very heavily sedimented, and that's the algal bloom. I don't know what the science is, I'm not a scientist, all I know is what I see, and what I see is at the upper river we have clear water. Okay, and also with regards to this sludge that everyone talks about, it's quite simple. If we have flow, we don't get any sludge. All right, it gets washed away. The river just, you know, naturally flushes it through. Okay, so if you look where I am here, I'm on a shallow, fast stretch of water. So if we have a look at the bottom here, okay, let's pick up a couple of stones. There you go. That's got nothing on it. It's got a few little bugs on it there, you might see. There you go, there's a little, what's that? Little something crawling around there. And all these stones, there's none of that green sludge on them. You know, the rocks are all pretty clear and clean. Even the little ones, look. There's no build up. And on every rock, look, there's an abundance of life. Look at that. You can see that very clearly. All those little, what they are, little nymphs, little bugs, larvae. So here, where we've got flow, nice and clean. Go to somewhere where it's slow and stagnant, then you get a build-up. With all the talk of algae, algal blooms and what have you and that, and you know, people just want to talk about the river as being dead, everything's dead, you know, and there's no life. Well, you know, I'm in an area here where there's ranunculus growing. You know, this is growing back in the last year. Last couple of weeks it's striped it up, but it wasn't here last year. But also in amongst it we've got this sort of mossy weed that's here, and you know, everyone says that the riverbed is dead, but if I just grab a little bit of this, a little clump of this, and look at the root system. If you look in there, there you go, there's a little, what's that, a little shrimp, is it? A little freshwater, I don't know what he is. There's other bits and pieces in there, little, I don't know what that one is there, little bugs. You know, it still supports so much life. Look at all that in there, like. Is that a caddis? See on my fingers there, all those little larvae and bugs. So much life. Here we go then, just to emphasise the point, look behind us there, fast water, and then coming into here we've got this bit of a backwater here and some stagnant water here. This is not moving, there's no flow here, and if we look closely at the rocks, see it's covered in green slime, and this sort of weedy, grubby, slimy stuff and this grows on the rocks, and this grows, you know, when the sunlight hits the water and it starts to warm up, you get it on all the rocks. If you look under the rocks though, there's still life living in these little bugs and stuff. What's that there? Little shrimp there, look. So there's still life in this water. So this is one of the sort of misnomers, if you like, that this stuff is, you know, is toxic. You know, you can see the life living in it. Little shrimps and God knows what in there. So it's obviously not toxic. And the other thing I'd say as well, and this is one of the reasons why it's a good idea not to walk through these shallow pools. So if you look, I'll put the camera in the water so you can see, but it's absolutely teeming with flies. Absolutely full of life. So the idea that this green sludge is toxic is wrong, but it's here. You know, there's no denying it's here, and there's no denying it has an impact on the river and the clarity of water further downstream. But there's still certainly plenty of life here.